Hello my dear students, myself Lakshmi, Assistant Professor Sanjay Godawat University. So today I am going to continue with my previous chapter, electric traction. So next topic is system of railway electrification. So let's see the different types of system of railway electrification. So presently following four types of tracked electrification systems are available. First one is direct current system, that is having 600 volt, 750 volt, 1500 volt and 3000 volt. And next one is single phase AC system. So it is having 15 to 25 kV volt and 25 and 50 hertz frequency. And third one is three phase AC system. And last one is composite system involving conversion of single phase AC into a three phase AC or DC. So first we'll study direct current system. So direct current at 600 to 750 volt is inversely employed for tramways in urban areas. So in all traction presently they are using DC current which is having 600 to 750 volt. And next for a suburban urban railways they are using 1500 volt to 3000 volt DC is used for a mainline railways. Mainline railways means it is used in a suburbans or a metro cities. So for 600 to 750 volt fed from the substations which are spaced 3 to 5 km for a heavy suburban traffic. So feeding of power to this traction from the substation, that is around 600 to 750 volt with a distance of 3 to 5 km. So single substation is not sufficient to feed the voltage which is having 600 to 750 volt. So we need multiple substations. Why? Because when length of the line increases, voltage level decreases. That's why there is an imbalance in the voltage. So we can't maintain the voltage, same voltage from sending end to the receiving end. So that's why we require multiple or n number of substations. So the distance between one substation to one next substation is 3 to 5 km apart. So that will be used in a suburban traffic. So next, if it is electrical traction is 1500 to 3000 volt DC, so that will be 40 to 50 km for a main lines operating at a higher voltages. You can see there 1500, if it is the electrical traction is from 1500 voltage to 3000 voltage, the distance of one substation to another substation is more, means from 40 to 50 km. So for 600 volt to 750 volt, the distance between one substation to another substation is a 3 to 5 km. So why there is a less distance, why it is more distance here? When the voltage level increases, what happens? The current decreases. If the current decreases, voltage drop will decreases. Then we are able to maintain the same voltage from sending end to receiving end. So that's why we are spacing or we are aparting the two substations from 40 to 50 kilometers. Next one, these substations themselves receive power from the 110 to 130 kVA three-phase network. At these substations, this high voltage three-phase supply is converted into low voltage single-phase supply. So universally, which is having 110 to 132 kV, that will be received from the substation, main substation. Then that will be converted into low voltage as per the requirement of our electric traction. Next, the DC supply to obtain is fed via suitable contact system to the traction motors. So when we receive the supply from the substation lines, then we need to feed it to the motor to run the locomotive. So DC supply to obtain the fed via suitable contact system to the traction motors, which either DC series motor for an electric locomotive or compound motors for tramway and trolley buses. For electrical motive we are using DC series motor, and compound motor is for a trolley buses or tramways. It may be noted that for heavy suburban service, low voltage DC system is undoubtedly superior to single phase AC system due to the following reasons. The first reason is DC motor are better suited for a frequent and rapid acceleration of heavy trains than the AC motors. That's why we are using DC motor. Next one is DC train equipment is lighter, less costly and more efficient than the similar AC equipment. So it is a very light in a weight and cost is also less and efficient. It is a more efficient than the AC equipment. Next, when operating under similar service conditions, DC train consumes less energy than the single phase AC train. Next, the conductor rail for a DC distribution system is less costly, both initially and in a maintenance, than the high voltage overhead AC distribution system. So these are the reasons why we are using DC motors. Next one is single phase low frequency AC system. In this system, AC voltages from 15 to 25 kVA at a 25 Hz are used. Electrical supply is taken from the high voltage transmission lines at a 50 Hz. So universally adopted, which is having a high voltage. With 50 Hz. Then in addition to step down transformer, the substation is provided with a frequency converter. So we are receiving high voltage and with a fixed 50 Hz frequency. So as per our requirement, we are stepping down the voltage and we are also converting the frequency. So that conversion equipment is provided in the locomotive. A step down transformer carried by the locomotive reduce the 15 kVA voltage to 300 to 400 volt for feeding the AC series motor. To run the AC motor, we require 300 to 400 volt. So which we have received the 15 kVA volts from main lines, that will be stepped down to 300 to 400 volt. Low frequency AC voltage is used because apart from the improving the commutation properties of AC motors, it increases their efficiency and power factor. So why we are going for a low frequency instead of a 50 Hz frequency is, at low frequency line reactance is less. So as we know, the formula is XL is equals to 2 pi FL. The frequency is less, what happens? XL will be reduces. Then impedance drop will occurs. Line voltage will be reduces. Once the line voltage reduces, what happens? It will be increases the efficiency of the system. Means we can maintain the same voltage from sending end to receiving voltage. So then one more advantage is we can place the substation for a longer distance from 50 to 80 km apart, and number of substations will be reduces. So automatically cost of the system will get reduces. If the distance is less, we need to place the many number of substation. If the distance is more, we can reduce the number of substations. So that's why we are going for a low frequency AC system. Next railway system electrification is three-phase low frequency AC system. In previously we have seen single phase low frequency AC system. Now three-phase low frequency AC system. It uses three-phase induction motors which work on a 3.3 kV 25 Hz supply. Substation receive power at a very high voltage from three-phase substation lines at the usual industrial frequency of 50 Hz. And this high voltage is stepped down to 3.3 kV by transformers, whereas frequency is reduced from 50 Hz to 25 Hz by frequency converters installed at the substation. Obviously, this system employs two overhead contact, because in three phase we are having a 3 lines, so 2 lines will be overhead lines, contact wires. The track rail forming the third phase. Third phase will be act as a track rail. Induction motors used in the system are quite simple and robust and give the trouble-free operation. That is the one main advantage of induction motor. They possesses the merits of high frequency and of operating as a generator when driven at a speed above the synchronous speed. So it will act as a generator also. So means we can adopt the regenerative braking system. Hence, they have the property of automatic regenerative braking. So you know what is the regenerative braking. If torque of the electrical machine is in the same direction of the system speed, the machine takes power from the battery working as a motor. If the torque of the electrical machine is the opposite direction of the system speed, the machine receives the mechanical power from the load, the reverse converted from kinetic energy to the battery. That is how regenerative braking happens. This system has not found much favor and has in a fact becomes obsolete because of its certain inherent limitations given below. So till now this system is not at all adopted in a electrical traction. This is only in a theoretical point. So because of these limitations. So one limitation is the overhead contact wire system becomes complicated at a crossing and junctions. So it is having a two overhead lines because of it is a three-phase system. So that because of it is will be complicated when the railway is crossing the junction. Constant speed characteristics of induction motors are not suitable for a traction work. The characteristics of this motor is not at all suitable for this application. So due to these limitations, this is still in a theoretical form. It is not at all adopted in any locomotives. And this is a last system railway electrification, that is a composite system. Such a system incorporates good points of two systems while ignoring their bad points. So what composite system means? So we are taking the advantages or merits from other three systems and avoiding their disadvantage or demerits, and we are making the composite system. Such a system incorporating good points of two systems while ignoring their bad points. Two such component systems presently in use. So first one is single phase to three phase system, also called as a Kando system, and second one is single phase to DC system. So we are having some advantage in the single phase system and some advantage in the DC system. So we are ignoring their disadvantages and we are adding both the systems. So and in second single phase to DC system, and single phase also have some merits and DC system is also having some merits. So ignoring their demerits and we are combining both the system, act as a composite system. In that first one is single phase to three phase system. So what happens in single phase to three phase system? In this system, single phase 16 kVA 50 Hz supply from the substation is picked up by the locomotive through the single overhead contact wire. So initially it is a single phase. It will take the single phase supply from the substation, that is having a 16 kVA with a 50 Hz. It is then converted into three-phase AC supply at the same frequency by means of the phase converter equipment. This single three-phase supply is then fed to the three-phase induction motor. This is how this system works. And second one is single phase AC to DC system. This system combines the advantage of high voltage AC distribution at the industrial frequency with the DC series motor traction. It employs overhead 25 to 50 25 kVA 50 Hz supply, which is stepped down by the transformer installed in the locomotive itself. The low voltage AC supply is then converted into DC supply by the rectifier, which is also carried on the locomotive. This DC supply is finally fed to the DC series traction motor fitted between the wheels. The system of traction employing 25 kVA to 50 Hz. Single phase AC supply has been adopted for all future track electrification in India. So these two are a composite system. So now I will end up with this topic. So I will continue with this chapter in a next video. Hope you are understood. So if you have not gone through my previous lecture, the basics of electrical traction, so link is given in the description box. So please go through it, and thank you.